about changing air filters?
How about what you can call on him?
So the question was, can we change air filters? Yes, we do and will. We have ordered new air filters. I think I shared this at one of the older or other community meetings. Was unfortunately a lot of the air filters that were here that were ordered, and this was pre-me, and this was pre-TJ, okay, and this is definitely pre-Willie, was a lot of these air filters that they ordered were the wrong size, okay? And I mean, so we had boxes and boxes of air filters that were the wrong size. So when we went through this process of changing them out, it was, you know, we didn't have the right ones. We've been ordering new air filters. We don't unfortunately have the budget to order 400, and it's more than that. I think it's about 480 air filters and do it all at one time. So we're ordering, you know, we're doing it in phases. We can get the whole building done. And that's the way it should be done, is every quarter there should be a block of community or apartments that should be done for that quarter. So there's a, you know, it's not an overwhelming task to be done. But we are doing the air filters, so yes.
Okay.
Oh,
My question is this: why? I understand that some people want to have dogs, but I don't understand why they are allowed to have the dogs in the dining room area and all over the place.
okay,
That's my
so,
complaint.
yeah.
And in the elevator with a very long leash, sometimes you have to get in and you can't because the dog is walking around the elevator.
Yeah.
And that's my complaint.
Yeah, so for our pet owners, you know, I think again, it's just a good reminder, we can put this out in a memo. You are responsible for your pets. They are not allowed to be in the dining room unless, you know, they are a service dog, and that's, you know, completely different. But they're not supposed to be in the dining room. The dining room is a restaurant. We are licensed through the state of Illinois and the city of Chicago, so we could be fined for that. And I can assure you, if you're the pet owner that causes us to get the fine, you're going to be fined and pay for it. So, but you know, just and then in the elevators, just be mindful of other residents that are walking. We certainly, I love pets, I love dogs, I love, you know, animals, but you know, just be mindful of your residents. I'm going to go over here and I'm back over there. Yes, sir.
I have a couple of concerns about elevators, and I don't know which number corresponds to the defect, but one of the elevators has a leveling system that kind of goes crazy. It bounces 3 times before it finally finds its level and then the doors open. The second issue is that one of the elevators makes kind of a gurgling sound. It's fan motor. Please give attention to these before they become, you know, serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks for sharing. And again, this is just an echo, and Dave, you shared a little bit earlier about some of the concerns residents have brought up about the elevators with some bouncing, so there could be some leveling issues, and it sounds like gurgling or scraping sounds, which we are going to get addressed. So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to, some of the things, I appreciate the things that you're bringing up and answering the questions and all that, and you're being very upfront right now with us. And that was one of the things you wanted to do, but I felt like over the last several months that we lost that communication. So we haven't known what's going on. We don't know what's going on with the water, and people are having it, you know, and so I think you need to readdress that, perhaps.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that feedback. And so the comment is that, you know, number one, thank you for sharing that. The communication, how forthcoming we are. We absolutely want to be transparent. And, you know, I apologize if any of you have felt that, you know, we haven't been as fluid with our communication with a lot of the things that have been going on. I take complete responsibility for that if that's the case. Good news or bad news, it's news that obviously if it's impacting you, we want to make sure that we're sharing that with you so you're aware that we're aware of what's going on. Even if we don't have the answer or the solution, just knowing that we're working on trying to find the solution, I think is probably a little more comforting to everyone. So we will make sure that, we step up our game on that, and I thank you for sharing that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's fine. With, well, I have two things. One is the showers. From what I understand, the showers are their own system, water system.
The shower.
Sinks and the toilet are separate systems.
No, they're not.
They're all the
So,
same.
so we have two water systems in the building. One is the heating and cooling system, and that's run completely separate from your domestic system.
So it's
Okay.
all the same source.
It's the same source. Now, the source comes from obviously the city. We pump the water up, and it either goes through our heating pumps, our boilers, for the domestic, that's what you would shower, wash dishes with, or the cold water domestic. The air conditioning and heating go through a different system.
No, I was talking, the cold water, the hot water, that doesn't have to go through like the toilet system.
No, so you get, so in your apartment for water, we call it our domestic system, you have two supply lines to your apartment. It's cold water or hot water. Toilets, for instance, that supply comes off the cold water, not the hot water.
I was just.
If you're getting hot water in your toilet,
No.
that's a problem. We need to know. So,
Well, no, I understand, but you see, does seem to have the hot water, cold water.
yeah, but
But the shower.
Yeah, it's
where
an-
the
it's
hot
a-
water is-
yeah, it's an education for me too. So, it's how this whole system works. I don't know how many people are very handy people at home and things like that. But, it's been an education for me on how, we get our water. It's a long system, let me tell you. It's a lot of pipes. So, and a lot of mixing valves and things like that. So Shirley?
Getting back to the dog situation, I would really appreciate if there would be a more vetting system when it comes to people coming in here with pets, because I'm having the experience for the first time with a dog that is not considered a small dog. And I knew it right away when I opened up my window. This warm weather, you open up, and I heard the bark. And I said, that's a loud bark. And I went to the window and I said, that's not a small dog. It's a black dog and it's not small, and it's you can tell that it's still growing. So it's very, and the lady lets it off on the Sunday. She needs a retractable leash or something,
Yeah.
because it's running wild, and I go out there and read my audiobooks, and I'm not comfortable at all. But they need to have a better vetting system of the dogs coming in, if they are really small dogs, because that is not a small dog.
Yeah, and Shirley, thanks for commenting on that. Again, people that move into the community, when you're moving here and you're bringing in a pet, we do have the policy. We have also had residents that have lived here that have said, it'd be nice to get a pet. And so, and sometimes they don't inform us, so that's kind of a problem that, we found that, we do a lot of reconciliation with that. We do have size limits, as far as barking, sometimes, a loud, low bark could be indicative of a large dog, but, sometimes you may have a small dog that has that kind of a bark too. I don't know. It's, but it's, we want to be mindful of that, and we need to make sure there shouldn't be like a run or anything on the decks, where people have dogs off leashes, and that's posted. So if that's occurring, let us know. It's not that you're tattling, maybe it's just that person needs to be re-educated on that, so that they understand. And again, I love pets. I just don't want to be in a position where, it's impacting those that, obviously feel a little awkward with it. So, thank you. Yes, ma'am. Okay, visitors' pets. So we can certainly, if it is a visitor's pet, we can very easily remedy that. We can have some kind of a communication that, is just presented to them as they're walking in. Hey, we love that you're bringing in your pet to visit your loved one or friends, but here's our pet policy, okay? So we can do that. So, yes, sir, you had a question?
About the pool,
Yes.
TJ had mentioned that they had, when they were going to open it, they would use the manual chemical system, but there would be a new system, automatic. Is that going to progress or has it been done?
So TJ had mentioned, I think in past, about an automated chemical system that we're going to be installing sometime this year. It's still in the works. I think it's just a matter of getting all of the components and pieces together with the pool company to do it. We haven't had a target date for that set yet, but it's definitely in the works, and it will make our lives easier from just maintaining the pool, so I'm okay with that. So as soon as we know, we will make sure that everybody is aware. I'm not sure if it's going to impact anybody that uses the pool where we have to shut it down or anything, but you know, if it does, we will definitely let everybody know. So, yes, sir, in the back.
So Brian, this past weekend started around Wednesday, had ice cold water in the whole system. I had ice water. Barbara had to take a shower in ice water. I can't take a shower, my immune system won't handle that. But the thing is, this water problem has been going on over a month now.
Yeah, it has.
I called downstairs and talked to
I'm just gonna, you know, and I know it's frustrating. I just sat up here or stood up here explaining what we did and what we're doing. And I know it's frustrating. We have the plumbers here right now on site. Sir, I know it's frustrating. If I could wave a magic wand and fix it, I would, okay? It's a bigger problem, as I shared with everybody here. If you want me to explain it again, okay, I will explain what we're doing. But if you'd like to have a sidebar discussion about it, I can explain what we're doing to remedy this. I apologize profusely for the inconvenience that it's causing you and others. And anybody that is impacted, you know, the alternative is for a shower. You know, we will open up a guest suite for you to be able to take a hot shower, okay? We're happy to do that. I know it's not the ideal situation, but, you know, it's the least we can do for you. If I could fix it, I would fix it. I'm not a skilled plumber, and I'm not.
Make sure we get notices all weekend, ice cold water and no notice.
You know,
Notice is not forthcoming on
yeah,
things.
and we just went over the communication, so I apologize for not communicating that to you all. So we'll be better on that. So one more question, and I'm going to take Barbara back here, and I need to get my team up because I'm monopolizing a lot of time here. So.
I just want to say something positive.
Oh, 1 second, we'll take Barbara and then last, okay?
I heard that the way we decide on what dog comes in is based on weight, not size. Some of these dogs that are called don't weigh very much.
Yeah, it is based on
Especially the
weight.
one I think she's talking about.
Yeah, so,
So it's a weight decision, is what I heard. Weight and size.
well, there's a multitude of things, you know, when we look at, you know, pets, there's a pretty, you know, comprehensive thing about pets. If we need to expand on that, you know, we can certainly work with the resident board on, you know, articulating different language that maybe clarifies anything that might be confusing, but is generally weight. So you can have a very tall dog that meets the weight requirements. You could have a very hairy, bushy dog, you know, that when you get it wet, it looks like a stick, you know, but, you know, it's just, but, you know, but more importantly, I think, you know, we need to make sure that the dogs are not a threat to anyone, okay? That's really, I think, the underlying, you know, theme that I think Shirley you had mentioned, and we want to make sure that people feel safe around them. So if you're a dog owner, please be respectful of the non-dog owners.
But that's not a dog park out there.
It's not, and there's a policy on that. You know, we have all dogs should be leashed. Yep. So last comment, and then I'm going to share.
I have a very good comment.
Oh, a very good comment.
Yes.
Well, we'll take it.
About the showers. I had
Oh, it's
problems
enough
with
for
my
it.
shower. I didn't have hot water, and now it's working perfectly.
Well, that's good news. Thank you, that's good news, so,
I had to take a shower in a different apartment.
Yeah.
They gave me the key.
Thank
but
you.
now it's working beautifully.
well, thank you very much. Well, folks, again, I appreciate everything. We will be more fluid with communication moving forward. And again, for those that are impacted with the water issues, we will be communicating with you. Again, when we do these rebuilds, I'm waiting to hear back from our plumber, which he probably has already reached out to Willie, as to when those clay valves are going to be rebuilt, which will impact your apartment if you're having these issues for about 8 hours. We will make sure that we have a plan, you're informed of what you can do if you need water in your apartment during that time. But we want a long-term solution on this so you're not impacted, so it just doesn't come up and inconvenience any of you. You know, my heart goes out to those that are impacted negatively by it. I know it's got to be frustrating, and you know, I've dealt with it personally myself, and I know it can be nothing like a cold shower. It's nothing fun. So, all right. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate your time.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Donna Pennycamp. I'm the business office manager. I also oversee the front desk. We are operating kind of status quo in the community with the front desk and the business office. I want to remind everyone that we do have a community ACH. It's an automatic authorization program that you can utilize to pay your monthly statement. If you're already enrolled, great. I'm sure you've experienced how seamless it is in getting your monthly statement paid on time. For those of you not enrolled, you might want to consider this moving forward. It is a very easy and very, I don't know, you know, my mind is just drawing a blank. Today has been so busy. It's just an excellent way of ensuring that your monthly statement is paid on time, whether you're out enjoying any of our fun activities, traveling, or unexpectedly out of the community, let's say in the hospital, and that has occurred for residents here. So it's a wonderful way to ensure your statement is paid on time. Any questions? Wonderful. I'm going to turn it over to Kristen Milton.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Milton, the, let's see, they just changed our titles. Senior Community Relations Manager. But I think the senior coincided with my birthday, not so much my longevity. No. We are averaging today, tomorrow will be May 1st. Year to date, we're averaging, anybody want to throw out a number? Averaging 11 move-ins a month. I should have let you know where I was going, Dave, because Dave is always good with his stats guesses. 11 is the average number of new people who are moving in and joining our community, your community, and I thank all of you for being so welcoming. And that is a sincere thank you, because many of these people have expressed how friendly people have been to them as they move in. I also would say, Donna, next month we should bring the actual number, but it's my colloquial opinion that in the last year we have given or credited far more rent monies for referrals. That you all have made, and that's a wonderful thing too. But I want to remind everybody, even if you have a friend or even an acquaintance or somebody you know's friend who you think might someday come knocking on our door, give me their name now. I won't badger them, I won't bother them, but they will be attached to you. Because so often people try to look up our phone number, and online and they get snapped up by places like A Place for Mom, who we have to pay instead. And we'd rather credit you all than do that. So just remember that. If you know anybody who you think might come and check us out, give us, me, George, or Dave their name anytime. Okay, that's it. Any questions? Yay. Yes, okay.
I have a very quick question. I have a work order in, and yesterday when I went to dinner, my door was open. I wasn't there. Someone, no note that anyone came to help me.
Okay, I think that Christina took note of that. What was the work order for?
To hang a picture in my room.
Okay. Well, we'll backtrack on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Ronna.
Just don't forget, they go back 15 years with Home for Mother,
Yeah.
if the person went there first.
Oh, I know, that is true.
Yes.
Yeah, no. So even more, she's just reminding everybody, that it's good to put in the names as soon as you might think someday, way off in the future, they might move in. But thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I see the new residence. It's Charlotte, right? The name? What's the
Something
name?
like that.
Something like that.
Charlotte. Is your name?
My
What is your
name?
name? Yes.
No, my name is Charo.
Charo.
C-H-A-R-O.
Got it. And Judy. Okay. Hi, my name is Antonio. I'm the chair of the Breakers. Okay. Whatever questions, complaints, concerns, only let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got information today with the Cinco de Mayo dinner. I got to move to tomorrow. Okay. Huh? It's the first tomorrow. It's only I gotta make something special event. I gotta move to tomorrow dinner for Cinco de Mayo.
When are you doing it? When are you
It's a Mexican food. It's tomorrow.
tomorrow?
Yes. The other one is for Mother's Day. My 12 is a brunch. You know, forgot the breakfast is open 7:30 to 9:30. It's closing 1 hour early. Okay, time the people is forgot is coming so late to the breakfast and everything is cleared up so ready. You don't forget the time is 7:30 to 9:30, please. And the brunch is 11 to 3. Questions for that?
On what day are you talking about?
For the Mother's Day.
Oh, Mother's Day.
Mother's Day, I make it a brunch.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sunday the 12th.
Let me finish now, okay? The menu shot is for May 17. Something problems, something complaints, concerns for the menus is May 17, 11 a.m. Okay, I got the other one is 2 brunches today. It's a barbecue. It's May 27, right, Molly? Memorial Day. It's a barbecue. It's the same. It's a barbecue outside and inside. It's 11 to 3. The breakfast time is the same. 7:30 to 9:30. It's closing 1 hour early. Okay? Questions? Yes?
I would like to see a change to the brunch when you have breakfast and dinner items. A real brunch lets you choose some items for breakfast and for dinner. We could have smaller amounts of this, list the items and pick so many items. That restriction where you couldn't mix breakfast and dinner, it's not like any brunch I've ever been to.
Okay. This is what I told you. The menu shot is for these questions. It's the May 17. Whatever menus is why I make it 1 hour with a respond this question for the menu. Okay? Somebody else? It's only information this day. It's only I got a lot of meetings, you know. I got a whole meeting, I got 1 hour of the meeting for everybody, something complaints or concern with the menus. I'm sorry with that, you know, it's what I told you. You need participation for the menu shot. It's only coming at 5 or 6 people in the menu shot, and right now it's a lot of managers coming to information with this. I don't have any time for everybody right now with that. Okay? Yes?
Could you put in the buzz the times on those special days?
Yes, it's money is to get every month, special something, okay? All right, somebody else? For the information? All right, thank you so much. Thank you.
He never said his name.
I mean, that's the main thing.
Antonio, I think he said. Antonio, I think he said. Antonio? I think so.
Every morning.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning. I'm Christina, the Director of Hospitality and Resident Services. I have a couple things to share. Want to talk about, there's continued smoking inside of the breakers. We're getting reports of people. I want to remind you, there is no smoking inside the building. Anyone who is caught smoking inside the building, first incident, you are fined $1,000. Second or continued, you will be continued fines, a remediation fine for any affected areas within the building. In addition to, we will start eviction proceedings. It doesn't necessarily mean that I will have to fine you smoking. Any staff member who reports or resident who reports, we will find out and we will come to your apartment and you will be fined. We're not taking these, we take these very seriously. This is not a joke anymore. People are being affected by individuals who are smoking within the building. Sherry?
Is it the responsibility of staff to say something to that resident if it is pointed out that that resident is in a non-smoking area?
Yes, staff do, yes.
Then maybe you should kind of remind them of that.
So her question.
I did mention it, and he does that all the time.
No, so her question is the responsibility of staff to point out to residents who are smoking in a non-designated area. Yes, staff is to, yes.
That would include outside.
Yes, there are 2 designated areas for smoking outside, one on the 3rd floor deck and one on the outside on the front. The series for healthy living at the breakers is going to continue. May 6th is the next presentation by Hansa Medical Group. And the next one is April Showers Bring May Flowers, and they're going to be talking about seasonal allergies. It'll be held right here in the showroom. Watch the buzz for more information. There'll also be a flyer sent out along with a memo.
Christina, along that allergy line, if you could remind people when you send out another, what I call a love letter, which I love getting those things. When I am a dog owner, responsible, I hope, but when I take the dog out, I've noticed in the elevator, today I noticed it on a chair by the elevator, people are dropping their tissues.
Yeah.
And that's very dangerous. I don't know how you survived COVID here, but
They did very good during
I don't think any
COVID.
of us want to face that, and the older we get, I know we all have drippy noses, and with allergies, it's gonna get worse. So be cognizant, because it's easy, you stick it up your sleeve or wherever you're holding on to it. I don't think anybody does it on purpose, but be aware, because there'll be a lot of sick people if that continues. And I saw it 3 nights in a row, so
Thank
watch
you.
out for it. And we can't pick each other's up.
Right.
Because then you're just perpetuating.
All right, let me get through everything and then I'll ask for questions at the end. So Judy was just sharing that, if you have a tissue, save it and take it back to either a trash can, either in your apartment or anywhere around the building, because there's lots of trash cans around. But make sure that you're placing that tissue someplace safe so that, it's not left in the elevator or someplace on the floor, because we as staff members don't typically carry gloves with us, and, to pick up another person's tissue. We don't want to do that. So make sure that you're placing tissues where they belong. The next item I have on my list is renter's insurance. Recently, we've experienced some accidental floods in apartments caused by residents, and they have caused some significant damage to their own apartment as well as apartments surrounding and below. The breakers has absorbed the cost to those repairs and remediations on affected apartments. We're no longer going to sustain the cost of those repairs and remediation due to floods, accidental floods caused by residents. When you moved into the breakers, you were offered renters or suggested that you should be obtaining renter's insurance. If you declined that at that time, it's not too late. You can always get renter's insurance if you did not get renters at that time. If you don't have renters and want information about renters insurance, I have information about renters insurance, where you can obtain renters insurance. It's not very expensive, and they do design policies to fit your needs. You can design a policy. I can get you information on who you can talk to about getting a specific policy about what you would have in your apartment to protect, whether it's some of your precious family heirlooms, or if you just want to protect in case you do have an accidental flood. I can get that to you. I'm looking at having someone come in and talk about the importance of renters insurance, so that you don't, if you did happen to have one of those accidental floods, that you would be covered by any of those issues, any of those repairs or remediation. The trash chutes, you have all should have received a memo about the trash chutes being closed. So those are going to be closed beginning today through Thursday. Place your trash in the alcoves on any of the floors, and they'll be picked up at 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. each day. The window washers will be here at the end of the month. More information will be sent. They are inspecting the anchors at the top of the building right now, so they'll be here at the end of the month. I believe starting on about the 23rd, but I'll get you more information. But just put that on your calendar that they're coming out about the 23rd. I'm going to continue floor meetings. The next floor meetings will be held on May 16th for floors 30, 20, and 10. Any questions?
Yes. Will they clean the windows outside and inside also?
Outside. They clean the outside windows.
The outside.
Yep. Any other questions?
When is the next floor meeting?
May 16th.
May 16th.
Yeah, and you'll get an invite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christina, one thing, thank you for the budget
you're
system. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And my guests thought so too, so.
Yeah, we really like the AccuShield
Yeah.
system. It's very nice. Yes.
Are you in charge of sending out the notices, Christine?
Yeah, in conjunction with that department.
That department. Okay, then I got one thing to say. Somebody's asleep at the wheel.
I'm working together with each department to get better at sending out information as timely as possible.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Hannes. Anything else? Thank you.
Is Liz here?
Hello everyone, I am Avery Ash, the Human Resources Manager. My big exciting thing that's got me bouncing around is having Kale and Willie join our team. It's been 6 months since we've had a full leadership team, and it is just truly wonderful talking about... I'm sorry. I might be speaking too fast because I'm talking about something I'm excited about. Having Kale and Willie join our team, our leadership team is going to bring just great things for the future of the Breakers. And we're really happy to have them here.
Would you repeat your name, please?
Repeat my name. My name is Avery, and I'm the Human Resources Manager.
Thank you.
So now with the management team fully staffed, I'm working with the other departments to help them get staffed as well. We are in search of a maintenance technician, a housekeeper, someone else for the front desk, and we are also looking for a part-time bus driver so that we can expand our program's abilities. So I'm focusing and talking to lots of people, trying to get people in that are a good fit for this community. A few months ago, I talked about a employee recognition program that involves tokens that you can give directly to team members that you feel are doing a great job. Memos and tokens will be going out tonight, so you'll have those, tomorrow morning at your door, and each month, along with your monthly statements, you will be getting another token, and those can be given at any point to any team member that you feel is doing a fantastic job, going above and beyond, anyone that you want to recognize. And the team members will be able to redeem those tokens for a variety of different prizes. And I worked with them to make sure that they're things they actually want. So.
How many tokens do we get?
So each resident gets 1 token a month, and you can give them, at your leisure. You can hang on to them. If you don't see someone this month, you don't have to give it away this month. You can hang on to them and give them out as you see fit. Any other questions for me?
See, the token, you have to give it to the person, right? To the
Mhm.
person that you want to get.
Yep, you can hand it directly to the person. If you wanted to, say, recognize one of our cooks or dishwashers in the back, you could also pass it along to Antonio or Kale, just to make sure that we're recognizing those people that work so hard back there too.
Thank you.
Yes, anything else? Yeah, thank you all.
All right.
Hello, everyone. My name is Molly Rodriguez. I'm the Director of Resident Programming. Programming encompasses activities, events, and transportation. So, a couple things to talk about. I just want to clarify something Ted said about the pets here in the building. We do have off-leash jog hours. Those off-leash jog hours are listed by the door that you would take to bring your dog outside, and so those are the hours that all dog owners, guests, or residents need to abide by. Okay, we have a number of trips coming up in June. Tomorrow, the 1st, we are going to the DMV. We will be going again towards the end of summer, so if you still need to get an ID change, we will go again. On the 8th, we are going to the casino. The 15th to the Veterans Museum. 22nd, we're going out to a Mexican restaurant for dinner, and on the 29th, we're going on the architecture boat tour. We do have a new Tai Chi instructor coming this Saturday. I invite you all to come out to our Tai Chi class. It is a trial class to see if you all like her Tai Chi class, and she would be on the opposite Saturdays of our teacher, Lynn Shook, that is here. So, in addition, not a subtraction or replacement. On Mother's Day, as Antonio mentioned, we have that lovely brunch. After at 3 o'clock, we are going to have the Yale a cappella group coming out to the Breakers to perform. We have they have about 20 members in their a cappella group. They're called the Yale Alley Cats, and they are just wonderful.
What date?
Mother's Day. I think, is that the 12th? May 12th. May 12th. So they'll be performing at 3 o'clock. They are also featured in the newsletter, which you'll be getting tonight, I believe. Speaking of the newsletter, this newsletter you're receiving tomorrow, it is our May newsletter. That is the last newsletter that will be with our current company. To match all the newsletters for the various senior lifestyle communities, we will be switching to a new style and format for our June newsletter. And so it's going to look different. It's going to have some different articles and things to be featured. Just roll with it. It'll be great. It's just a little bit of a change. Our art teacher, Molly Cranch, that has been coming on the first Friday of the month, she had some good news in her life, but a little bad news for us. She accepted a position as a high school art teacher, and so we are going to be looking for a new art teacher. So if you were planning to come paint this Friday, you'll be painting with this Molly instead of that Molly. Okay, let me see what else. A couple of programs that we have coming up on May 13th. We do have the police department liaison group. They're going to be hosting their community meeting here again for the Edgewater neighborhood. I will have flyers that talk about the purpose of those meetings that they have put together after last time. Some people had questions about the purpose of the meetings. We do have a number of concerts coming up. Again, we're having our Cinco de Mayo a little bit early on May 1st tomorrow, and that is because we have our mariachi group that has been performing at the Breakers for, I think they said like 17 years. Their date that they could perform here was May 1st, so that's why we're having our Cinco de Mayo a little early to have them be a part of our celebration. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I missed. On Wednesday, the 22nd, we do have Barb's Boutique coming back out. So if you like shopping at Barb's Boutique, she will be here on the 2nd floor. One more note, when you are coming to those events, those concerts that we all really like and enjoy, I'm going to ask that you please stop saving seats up until 5 minutes before. If you're holding a chair for a friend and it's 5 minutes before the start of the program, I'm going to ask you to give up those seats at that point. We've had a number of great concerts and programs lately where we're having a lot of people looking for chairs and people are saying, no, this is saved for my friend, and that friend doesn't end up coming. So if a program starts at 7, at 6:55, if you were saving a seat for somebody and they're not here, we're going to offer to that seat to somebody that is here. Okay, questions? Any questions? Programming, transportation? Nothing? Well, have a great rest of your day, everybody. Thank you all for coming out.